So you want to be a stylist. Here's what I'd do if I had to start my styling career over from today. In case you're new here, my name is Ebony Brown. I am a celebrity stylist and union costume designer, and I've been doing it for over 18 years now. So I'm going to tell you everything I wish I had known before I started my career. The very first thing I would do is reverse engineer my career. Say it with me. You end like you begin. There's no way around it. What that means is, however you want your career to end up in, let's say, 10 to 15 years, is how you need to start out. Even if it takes you longer to get started, you need to hold out to have the career you want. Ends up happening for so many people is that they are desperate for work, which you are when you're just starting out as a stylist. So you kind of just take anything that comes your way. But if you take a certain type of client on, you might get trapped in that cycle and you can't get out of it. But if you reverse engineer, you would know exactly which clients to say yes to and which ones to pass on so that you build the career that you want. Next, you need to learn how to become a stylist. I'm not telling you to learn how to put looks together. A lot of people can put looks together, but not a lot of people can become an actual stylist. In order to learn how to become a stylist, you need to take a course. I have a course called Celebrity Styling 101 that I created because when I first started out, there were no courses. And pretty much now, there are some. A lot of them are very expensive, and I know how hard it is when you're just beginning, which is why I'm having a summer sale. Actually, everything on my site right now is 50% off. I lost so much money in the beginning of my career because I did not know how to run a styling business, which is why I started Celebrity Style Academy. So definitely take a styling course. Number 3, I want you to design your ideal client. Now, you've already reverse engineered your career, right? But think of the styling client that will be the one that you would want, the one that you would do anything to have. Write down everything about this person, their characteristics. Are they an actor, singer, athlete, whatever it is you can think of? Write down every single solitary thing about this client and start to manifest that client for yourself. It may sound silly, but don't sleep on the power of manifestation. If you write down every detail about your ideal client, you will bring that to fruition. Next, and this is the one I tell people all the time, clean up your social media. You need to do a social media cleanse right now, ASAP. Even if you don't want to be a stylist, you need to clean up your social media if you want to work anywhere in a professional industry. If you've got a bunch of tomfoolery on your page, I can guarantee you that's going to prevent you from getting jobs. And after you take all the foolishness off your page, you need to curate your page for the type of client you want. You've already designed your ideal client. Now curate your page in that way. Only have looks that suit that particular client so you draw them to you. For example, if you don't want to style women, you wouldn't have women on your page. You would have all men. If you want to do avant-garde editorial, that's what you're going to have on your page. If you want to style for brands like Nike, you're going to have athletic styling content on your page. But curate your page for the client that you want to attract. Now, the biggest question I get is, do I need to relocate? And the answer is most likely yes, depending on what type of stylist you want to become. If you want to do editorial, that's mostly in New York. Celebrity, mostly LA. Atlanta also has celebrity. You can do virtual styling and personal styling from anywhere. You don't have to necessarily live in New York or LA to become a stylist. Not only that, if you live in a city where there's a major sports team like an NBA team, NFL team, you don't have to leave your city. NFL and NBA style is huge and has been for a very long time, so you don't even have to leave your city to do that. But then you would want to curate your social media page for athletes. So make sure all of your models are over 6 feet tall and built like an athlete. So if an athlete comes across your page, they will know you can style their body type. Now, if you need to relocate to a big city like in LA or New York, the next thing you're going to need to do as soon as you touch down is network and build your tribe. You cannot get far in this business if you don't have a strong network and a strong tribe. This is one of those businesses, just like anything in entertainment, it's less about what you know and more about who you know. Obviously, when you get the opportunities, you need to show up. But in order to get to the point where you can show up and show your talent, you have to be in the right spaces. And through that networking, you will be able to assist. Assist, assist, assist. But do not assist unless you've taken the styling course first. Because the last thing a stylist needs is an assistant who does not know how to do the job. It's different if we ask for an intern. That means we're teaching you. But an assistant, we expect that person to come already having some sort of experience. The way you're going to get these opportunities are very simple. Slide in the DMs. And the ones that stick out to me the most are the ones that follow up with either an email or attach their resume. Here's what you don't want to do. You send me a DM or anybody that you want to work with and it says, Hey, I'm an aspiring stylist. I'd love to work with you. You're never going to get an answer. Now you've made a situation where I need to draw information out of you. That's too much. You need to say who you are, what your capabilities are, and what value you bring to the stylist. And then you need to attach your resume. But the best way to do it is to send a DM and then follow up with an email. I hope these tips were helpful. And don't forget, Celebrity Style Academy is offering a 50% off site wide sale for the summer. It's only going to be going on for about maybe 7 days. So you want to sign up now. Think long, think wrong. Don't sleep on your career. You can do this.